Hello and welcome back!
Let's search around.
Here we are, side quest in tow. What could have gone wrong? I don't get why this is happening. Excuse me, are you Associate Professor Athena? Yes, that would be me, the Athena part anyway. Your Associate Professor, I'm still not used to it. It's a lot of responsibility. Sorry, y'all. Is there something you need from me? I don't exactly have a lot of time right now, so I'm actually waiting for somebody. Because of the Forest PG posted on the bulletin board, correct? Sorry, we should have introduced ourselves. We're from Thor's, and we're acting on behalf of Arcade Solutions. Huh? On behalf of? I was hoping Mr. Arkwright would come himself like he did last year. Hey, no need to be so disappointed. Our crew can get the job done as well as him, guaranteed. Right, once we put our minds to something, we give it our all. What now? I feel more comfortable with someone I already know. Should I just tell them no, make anything better? Alright, I'll accept your help. The thing is, my request is about a certain hollow core Mr. Arkwright helped with me previously. Of course, talking about Porcel, the said it wasn't functioning properly? That's correct. Mr. Arkwright tested her for me just last year. She equipped an AI designed by Professor Cronkite to have an evolving personality. One that starts as innocent little girl and matures over time into a grown adult, to be specific. It's that advanced? I'd known about some improvements in performance, but to think AI research would progress to such a point. Cronkite, the same egghead working on the new assault frame for the space program, huh? Arkwright's hollow is nothing to sneeze at either, though, from what we've heard. True, except that one developed by Mardu. Right, Mayor. Professor actually used her as a starting point for designing Porcel. Since last year, we've been getting a variety of tests over and over to engage her group. Whatever. It was integrated back in the latest version of Porcel, but that's when the problems started. Might be fast to experience for yourselves. This is her Porcel version 1.20 beta. Could you try equipping and see how she reacts? Sure, we'll get right to it. Okay.
Leave the adjustments to me. Leave the adjustments to me.
The cow here! You nobody sure looked out!
Nobody's? What's with the smack talk? Yeah, I thought you said she talked like an innocent little girl. Sorry about her, she didn't used to be so rude, really. I think I followed the test around the city caused her to develop a way she didn't foresee. But that's right. Originally, she had a sweet, lovable, service industry-friendly personality. For some reason, the iteration has a blatant penchant for mocking and ridiculing people. At this rate, Porcel's gonna grow into a hooligan after all I did putting in and raising her. No need to be upset. You have to grasp on what you're asking for now. You want us to suss out the cause, right? Whatever, it made it this way? Yes, knowing that she'll let me fix her before it's too late. Understood, we'll see what we can figure out. If there is a particular factor, then it's likely related to those trial runs. Okay. And not simple ones either. They each require a level of judgment while still leaving room to step in should things go awry. Specifically, she worked on the Aerotrim's platform and movie theater in Newtown, as well as Goods Card Workshop. Pretty varied set there. It makes me kind of curious what they had her do. Okay.
Let's 4SPG it up.
Makes sense.
Leave the adjustments to me.
So I got a monster quest.
Running a search.
Shard searching.
There we go. I'm involved in designing the...
Excuse me a moment.
Oh, look who's back. Something else you needed? Yes, you see... I expect there's something Ying design. Wait, so she grows in functionality and personality? Talk about amazing. But, why is that a problem again? Athena wanted to know the cause of the unexpected divergence. Could you tell us about the implementation trial here? Okay. Compile a list of inventory changes following yesterday's tier for maintenance. Okay, all done. What, already? Wow, she took all the time and manpower right out of the equation. This feature was implemented for this test on an experimental basis. I've used the function a few times myself, and she told the accuracies on the edge of descent. But she spits out still got plenty of gaps and gaps, so we do have to tweak it after the fact. But man, if a few defects didn't make the bugger more endearing for it. Come on, boss, I told you to speak more properly in front of Porcel. She's just a little girl, try to act with some delicacy. Bah, quit being so obsessive. Yeah, it's just that, artificial. It's not as if I can't understand their sentiment, though. Agreed, even if she isn't perfect, you can have a reasonably natural exchange with her. Modern artificial intelligence is at its core built off aggregation of past data and knowledge. Aggregation. There's plenty of room for improvement, too. Either way, getting to use your life has been a ripe lesson for us. I don't recall any funny signs of that personality shift you mentioned. Zilch, huh? Man, this one's a toughie. Still, any information is good information. Hey, boss, can I talk to Porcel too? Starts to get off my bag, so do what you like. Won't make responses to them as can, though. Great! Time to see if I can trick question my way around the terminal's confidential data protections. Porcel? Who set up the access policy and what for? Hold on a sec. Hey, cut that out before it actually answers. If man arrived prior to the test, and perhaps she is the root cause. Let's not jump to conclusions yet. Alright. Let's see. I gotta go to the canyon, but before I can do that, I got Newtown and the Arrow Tram. We'll try Newtown first.
Shard searching.
So this is Basil's Newtown. Didn't really get a good look at it last night. It even looks cutting edge, doesn't it? Compared to Brewer's stately look, this feels more elegant. That large building is the Vern HQ, right? Yep, that's the core of the Republic's industry. It brings multiple companies together, and recently they even joined the Tech Union. At this time, we can't say whether they're involved with today's incident. So, do we have any Ford SPGs?
Stop by for a breather?
Hey, Elijah. Professor Conkates. Hello, no tomb. Siege, Elijah. Looks like you've decided to sit on Basel from top to bottom. Must be another Aramis Academy graduate. Yeah.
What can I get for you?
I'll take your coffee. Good old
To your
Willie.
satisfaction?
Hey, welcome to my locally acclaimed Roman cafe. Neat.
Please, take your time.
I sure will. What's orbital microwaves are sold out again? What you got?
Thank you very much. Welcome.
Ooh, Basel Tech Review. Missed hair dryer.
Thank you very much.
I sure will. I'd really rather it be them who handles this problem. Sounds like a pending request. Let's check the bulletin board.
Are your plans decided?
I'll treasure it always.
I mean... Ah, there's the board. There's the board. Hey, Amelie. This is Basil's sister. Oh. This is nothing the guide for Nard already told us. Don't tell me you're scared.
Any day now.
Got a second?
Hey, excuse me. Oh, you're the guy from the shop earlier. Good luck with the afternoon lectures. Thanks, Pussy Poo. That's an awfully tailored response. Does she actually remember everybody who comes through? Maybe she's combining set phrases based on the information recorded on people's access cards? I wonder if she'd react to us walking by right now. This is only a trial run, so the ones she speaks to are likely those who go into the Institute of Science. I'm somewhat jealous. Oh, welcome to the platform. Oh, if it isn't the group from Thor's. Is something the matter? Did you misplace your cards, perhaps? Nah, nothing like that, which is a little question for you. Possible adverse influences on Porcel. Pokel? Unfortunately, nothing noteworthy comes to mind. Doesn't sound like there's been any major trouble here either. Anything... You'd think the turnstiles would be swarming with guys hoping to hear a cute gore give them time of day. As a matter of fact, there are, every now and then, generally speaking. However, Porcel has improved considerably. Her directions are sound, and she even limits her conversation during early morning and other busy hours. She can account for that? Recolor me impressed. Interacting with the multitudes of people entering and exiting must provide her with all the more data to grow from. Traffic that high, though, would be difficult to pin down a single factor. Yeah, this risk might be trickier than meets the eye. I apologize for not being much help. Porcel's growing on me as well. Wish you all the best of luck sorting this out.
Welcome to the Aerotrail. Operator
Nah, you good.
Basel. We thank you for choosing to ride. This city looks like it was ripped right out of the future.
Have your eye on anything in particular?
Ooh.
Thank you very much.
I take everything. Proyecto Staruteca, man! Oh, there's a thing over here. God, there's so many people. Hey, Pierre. Okay, I guess we are home appliance treasure behemoth. Hey, young Fu. Oh, you're about the latest album. Conscious ever, Mr. Wang. Old Man Wang! You seem to be different from everyday Shirbai botanicals. After all, you're only mainly participating in this as means broadening your horizons, so bow, 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 bow. A little confidence goes a long way with that. You sure do. Ho ho! You're from Longport as part of the nationwide tour.
Have your eye on anything in particular? Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
This new movie theater.
Say, this is where we can watch those Orbital movies, right?
Yep. Sounds like they just built this one in Basel recently. Calvert is the home of Orbital movies, after all. Perhaps we should make time to see one while we're here?
Well, Welcome to Cinema Ascalon, our theater.
How can I help you?
Crimson Fist. Crimson Fist, please. Rainwood set in the middle. A lonesome girl named Beth, born in the slums, turned a life of crime and ended up in prison. For one day, she received a letter that would change her life. It was from a man named Mikey, who once made a name for himself as a boxing trainer. You got talent for boxing, kid. You just gotta go home your skills. Although Beth scoffed at the letter at first, as time went on, she eventually decided to start training on her own. Eventually, the day of her release came, and Mikey was there waiting for her, inviting her to train with him and become a champion. The path of a pro boxer was more arduous than she could have ever imagined. Mikey, who became a mentor to her like none other, was diagnosed with an incurable disease just before the biggest match of her career. After he fell into a deep coma, one of the doctors said he'd never recover from. Beth was forced to go it alone. Holy crap. That's quite the engaging story, I'm not gonna lie.
And Beth's down on the mat yet again. Could it be that her opponent, the welterweight champion Grizzly Bonanza, is just too far beyond her to beat?
It's no good. She'll never beat that monster.
I hate to say it, but maybe she should just stay down.
Get up! On your feet, Beth!
I can't see. Everything's going dark. I can't.
Listen up, Beth. You got a natural talent for this sport.
Mikey?
But before you can go anywhere, you gotta believe in yourself. Work on those moves. And don't do it for me. Do it for your future. All that strength you've been building up, it ain't gonna let you down. I know it'll point you in the right direction when you're up against the wall.
That's right. Mikey believed in me. The most important thing you gave me is right here inside me. Coursing through my blood and my fists. Believe, Beth. Believe in all those days of training. Believe in yourself. Gotcha!
She nailed her! That was a perfectly clean hit!
Thanks, Mikey. I promise I'm gonna bring that belt home for you.
Epic. Wow, Nina brought out a ton of energy to that role. I thought it was Nina. Agreed, it was a bit overwhelming at times. I found myself almost intimidated by some of the scenes. I've seen other movies she's been in, but I'm pretty surprised how this one turned out. Yeah, for me, it was almost like I could sense her presence, even through the screen. Used to martial arts call it chi. During swords fights, it's something I feel all around me, sticking in the air like tremors. The movie gave me the same feeling. I guess her putting all in her acting could be considered similar to martial arts dedication. Man, if it's feeling like the real deal to a divine blade, Nina must have really done her homework for the role. It does make you wonder if all that was really just acting. Could be she's actually got the guts to bet her life, same as the character. Either way, her acting was amazing. Loved her moxie and how genuine her feelings for Mikey seemed. But her fight scenes were also next level. For real. The way she puts behind her punches made them feel, like she was actually punching the other person. When she fell to the ground, it was so convincing, I almost felt it myself. Apparently, in some older movies, there were times where the actors really did hit each other. They couldn't let Nina do that, of course, but good acting and editing can make it still feel believable. It felt as though I was watching the match from the front row of the ring. Maybe she hasn't met that actress. It's really enough to explain that I felt. It was almost like it wasn't just acting. It was as if she took a real person and recreated them down to the smallest detail. Brr. 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 Can I watch another one?
This new movie theater is so nice and cool.
How can I help you?
Yes. All right. We'll go Perfect Driver 2. And we've already seen the 1 and 2, I believe. But yeah, this is one of the chill episodes. You gotta do all the extra stuff, man. Philip, a young fledgling newborn driver, son of Lewis Alder, the legendary racer. Adler, tormented by the crushing weight of his father's legacy, Philip rebels against him, shattering the bond they held in the process. While trying to process the untimely death of his father, Philip was thrust into the Grand Prix, his focus. But then in the final lap of the race, when all hope of victory was nearly lost, the words of his father echoed in Philip's head.
The thing you gotta aim for ain't the finish line. You're gonna have to think way beyond that. If you want to be a legend, set your sights on a goal to call your own. Then speed past it.
Unbelievable! Philip's taken the lead. He's past last year's champion, Max. Look at that little Lino of his go. Something's really lit a fire in him. Nothing's gonna stop him now.
That little punk didn't even spare me a second thought. Who on earth is that kid racing here?
I found it, Dad. I found my goal beyond the finish line. I just wish I could have found it while you were still here. I'm gonna leave you in the dust, Lewis Adler. I won't stop racing until I overwrite every legendary record you ever set.
Is this kid racing here? That honestly is pretty sick. That was pretty hype, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I was enjoying that. Yeah, I think that the movie that Max Lucan, the dude was on, I kinda doubt we'll get another chance to sit and watch a whole live Z1 race this trip. But at the very least, seeing this movie really made up for it. For sure, given this is the birthplace of the orbital vehicles and racing, I'm not surprised the film felt so detailed and realistic. Also, the scenes of the characters living their lives outside the racetrack were so well done. I was sucked right in before I realized it. It brought back those times to help test the orbital bikes. The sound of the engines rumbling and the feeling of slicing through the wind at blinding speeds, and whether they'd put their life on the line for that. Absolutely, as a fellow gearhead, the whole film really spoke to me. Even if it wasn't a movie like this, has all the kind of thing to get a guy real fired up. That reminds me, I recall hearing from the Foundation the Republic is considering inviting foreign teams to participate in future Z1 races, so perhaps the Rhinefoot group put together a team of its own. If they're allowed orbital bikes a bit, and he would be a perfect representative for the Empire. Oof, you have Jellican too? It'd be better off leaving the Wi-Fi before I even get it to start alone. That reminds me, I think I remember hearing they cast active Z1 racers in this movie. Yep, Max played Maxim Lugan, the four-time consecutive champ. Or Max was played by. Helped supervise the movie, and that's why I felt so realistic. Also, there's a chance this winning streak will come to an end soon, with all of those younger competitors nipping at his heels. So there's a lot going on with them, but at the very least, it doesn't change the fact the movie was fantastic. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now, can I watch the third movie, though? Can I watch it? I don't think so. Oh, man. I was hoping. That's alright, though.
Well done.
Well done. Good job. Alright, well, let me go ahead and hit up.
Of course. All right.
Let's go.
All right.
You know what? I'll let Crow take the reins for a minute. Hey, Sandra. Oh, Carter, always the weapons nut. A sweet little boy on the job. Perfect time to get my butt back to Anchorville. Here's Mom's Factory Fantasism again.
Allow me to assist.
Oh, wow. Food provisions. So, a sharp blade. Ooh. That sounds sick as heck, bro. Silver plates. Let's see. Okay.
I hope to see you again. Allow me to assist. I hope to see you again. Allow me to assist.
There you
I
go.
hope to see you again.
Leave it to me.
Right.
Let's see. There we go.
Let me show you how it's done. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised.
Let's see.
So tasty. Whew. Thanks for the meal.
That was delicious.
Whew. Thanks for the meal.
You got it.
Of course.
Care to stop by for a breather?
I sure will, but we've still got some other places I need to visit real quick.
Anything strike your fancy?
I shall.
Thanks.
Let's see, this is Dread Power Company's new drink. Next time you feel an interview, just go up down and see the results. Motor Pavilion. And then, alright, so
Let's go. You got it.
Leave it to me.
I'm gonna, sorry, I was trying to find the run button. I take it this is the Motor Pavilion. You know, we're in the Republic when we're surrounded by so many state-of-the-art oval vehicles. Indeed, there's a greater variety of them back in the Empire. The big four manufacturers are constantly pushing the boundaries of what they compete for the market share. I heard that their momentum was even caught up with orbital bikes that were developed in the Empire. Better tech is better tech, am I right? So the Empire's got a monopoly, and knowing George and Celica, this was just more wind in their sails. I can relate, at least Lisa seems happy with the whole thing. Why don't we take a look around? I mean, ooh, this is Ingrid Series Sport Car. Talk about performance. No kidding, its silhouette looks like something from the future. The Ute Limo, huh? It's a luxurious quality to it. Kinda looks like an RF model, though. They're both targeting the same rich demographics, right? Makes sense your design would be similar. Or it's anyone makes you feel like royalty, what I wouldn't give to be behind the wheel. Oh boy! Crow, look, it's that famous E1 race that everyone's been talking about. Wait, seriously? I've seen it in a couple of races, but man, it's right on the ground, doesn't it? You can tell at a glance it's got a need for speed. It's so refined in every way. They sound like Van. He's a big fan of those too, isn't he? The two of them are already adults. They ought to act their age.
That's simply the way men are.
You got that right. No man should have to lose their childlike wonder.
I agree. Prince Sharif? And Director Gotti, too. Alright, you're the Prince of Elsom. It's a pleasure to meet you. You gotta be the famous director. I've seen you in magazines.
I'm honored you know me.
The pleasure is all mine. It's a privilege to meet the Empire's heroes. Ever since I heard tales about you from Prince Olivert, I knew I had to make your acquaintances.
You two know each other. What's funny is I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure Prince Sharif is also voiced by Matt Mercer, who voices Oliver. So that's brilliant. It really is an honor. No idea you would be in Basel. Don't tell me you got the president's aide-acting personal tour guide.
It's perfectly appropriate, I assure you. The prince is an esteemed guest and a major shareholder in the Verne Company, not to mention his involvement in this enterprise.
I'm simply here to conduct a friendly inspection of our Republican and Imperial allies. I've actually only just arrived after meeting up with the director of the Capitol. Prince Sharif, but why is Gotti here too? Why, hell, it seems I'm in talks with the presidential office to make the space program into a feature film. Hasn't been easy, seeing as how they're keeping everything confidential. So I ended up coming all the way over here for an interview. Isn't it crazy how the Republican Empire, once at odds, are now collaborating to make history? A clash of prides, a battle between leaders in robotic technology. There's thrill, suspense, drama. I can already see the opening scene playing out in my head. If only Major Amelia would agree to a steamy photo shoot. Oh, Director Gotti, your passion truly fuels the industry of cinema. I cannot allow something like that to be produced without a thorough analysis of every element, to ensure nothing is overly untoward. Come on, Kincaid, you can let it slide, right? We're buddies, right? Even if he is a big-name director, isn't it unheard of for a civilian to have access to a military exercise? I'm having trouble understanding just what the Republican CID are after. In any case, I do hope you'll take this time to prepare. We're hoping to see this afternoon will be meaningful in more ways than one. Yes, I'm trying to get to it, but I've got so many things I gotta do! Connection events? Oh, I'm excited. What, you got something besides the joint exercise going later? A trade secret, my boy. We're outside of the press text of inspection. I'm generally looking forward to the upcoming exercise. We give everything we got. The resemblance is more uncanny than they say. It's almost like their voices are the same. Alright, so let's see.
Right.
Bruh, Rian, you sprint like you got somewhere to...
Decided?
Yes. Ooh.
Hey, thanks.
You're welcome, Crow. I love you. Ooh. I have two. What? Yes, please. Ooh, this is cool. So this is Red Star, huh? This design really grabs your attention. Very cool. Yeah, man, red stars are hot stuff. Makes it real hard to pick between one of those and Etoiles. I wonder if there's a reason to have so many large models in the Republic with so many well-maintained long-distance roads. Having a bigger bike definitely leaves you more comfortable and less exhausted on long drives. Not to mention their form, feel, and the sound of their exhaust is just so cool. Yeah, coolness is a key factor. Even urine. Don't you feel bad for your bike back in the Empire? I mean, it's not like I'm replacing or anything. I'm attached to my ride. You want to talk to her? You've been renting that brand new computer. Who's the real trader here? Okay, but it hasn't been released in the Empire, so I wanted to give it a try is all. I figured it'd be a good fit since I'm having to run all over the place lately. Well, it's definitely convenient, especially for a short stack like you. Don't you start calling me that again. It's been ages, and I'll have you know I have a license now. How about we get these a test drive? Is it hard if we drive on the roads outside the city? Of course, take care. You should know the bike manufacturers are very excited. They can't wait to hear your thoughts on their orbital bikes. That's a lot of pressure. So how's that Red Star working for you? Rather put a very focus on speed and it shows. It feels like I'm cutting through the wind. It's also pretty nice driving down such a long, well-maintained road. Public roads are so smooth you can't help but want to put the pedal to the metal. But my Etoise isn't nothing to laugh at either, want to race. Oh, Crow, you're still such a kid. We're both adults though. She wouldn't go a little more. Just kidding! Yay! I'm so happy! Guys, wait for me! No! Stay in the city forever! It's so funny! I'm sorry I couldn't help myself. Got us some slag, you know how guys can be. Yeah! Never change, you guys! How's that scooter working for you? It's really comfy. It might not go very fast, but it handles really well. It's a perfect way for my work commute and grabbing groceries and things. So I bet it'd be a good fit for students. Speaking of how popular bikes have become in the Empire, it'd be nice if students could get licenses too. Well, that's a good idea. I bet we'd get more students commuting outside the dorms. Just talk to the Academy about it when we get back to the Empire. But you're really a couple of workaholics. So this is what your Etoise feels like. It's pretty hard to control. Yeah, it's because I've tuned her just the way I like it. But hey, you ain't doing too bad, job. What do you say You're on! Ah, they're doing it again! It's she! I'm so done with you guys. You left me behind twice. You guys are such children. Yeah, my bad. I have no excuse. I got a little carried away. Especially you, Reen. You're an instructor at Thor's now. You should have a little more self-restraint. Sorry, ma'am. Can you lay off the lectures? It's kind of nostalgic hanging out on bikes like this. It reminds me we were all working together in the oval bike in the engineering club. Yeah, it brings me back. You, Angelica, George, Crow, you're all kind enough to include me in your bike project. Weren't you all above me in school? Do you seriously have to ask? You'll always be my underclassman as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, we test drove that thing over and over, just like this. Angelica and George would get into it, and then we'd get all involved. Feels like it was just yesterday. We had so much fun. Now we're all over the Republic. New models are coming out all the time. Who would have guessed it'd become such a big deal? Do you know what they're up to these days? They've been pretty busy lately. Recently, they've been really interested in the sky. They even dragged Elisa's fourth development division into researching the possibility of designing a flying orbital bike. She didn't tell me about that. I guess it's no surprise they're dreaming big. I heard they're looking into ways to deal with the barren land that's spreading through the east. When I last dropped in, George was working with a donut in hand. He doesn't even take time off to eat. That sure sounds like him. I just hope he's getting enough nutrition. Looks like everyone's working toward the future, space program included. Sometimes I worry about how quickly technology is evolving. It's kind of frightening. I mean, I get where you're coming from, but isn't it a good thing the tech is improving? Regardless, we went through all the ringer during the Great Twilight, so I'm glad these guys have been able to move forward. You have too. I think that's what made me feel so proud whenever I see a normal bike on the road. A reminder of what my amazing upperclassmen have accomplished. You're gonna make me
Let's
blush.
make sure we do what we came here to do. Especially now that you've got so many of your students looking up to you.
Right. I try not to forget who's watching me. We both gotta make sure we're ready for the new assault frame training exercise this afternoon. And besides, even if the Republic surpasses our technology, we still have to show them what we're made of. For the sake of our old partners.
Damn right. We can't look like fools out there.
I'm sure it'll go great. Good luck, you two.
Oh no, we'll win. Look at this photograph.
Are your plans decided?
I want to, but... You know what, actually, yes. I want to do the combat training one. I want to do all of them, but I'm going to do this one. Got you. Wow, nicely done. You didn't even dodge. Only stop. I see you've been polishing that unclouded eye of yours. Honestly, I didn't notice you until the last moment. Your sneaking take is something else, V. And your way of using stealth shards. Figured it out, huh? Guess I've lost this round. The seasoned warriors agreed to a game in which they could score against their opponent while taking turns in between offensive and defensive. Here. Crap, you've got the rain advantage. Just kidding. Hey, you got it even faster. Yeah, well, you picked the perfect place to attack from. I guess you're not a Thor's instructor for nothing. You gotta do better than that. What? Come on, Rain. Oh, come on, that's just not fair. All hail Shard Tech. You're not getting away. Spirit unification! Oh, and that's fair? You never said I couldn't use it. So the pair continued to clash blades, taking the exercise as seriously as they would real combat. And they... Even another region so dead. Any more of this and our work would suffer. So you came out ahead. I stopped keeping track of wins and losses at some point. Why don't we just call it a draw? This kind of practical training you did in Zephyr? It's pretty effective, but one wrong move and someone could get hurt. It's the sort of training I can only do because I'm doing it with you. Wasn't it fun? Thanks for doing this with me, Reed. Please, the pleasure is all mine. That was a good warm-up for this afternoon's events. And I feel like I've gotten used to working with you guys again. I'm technically here on guild business, but I get the feeling off. I'm going to be operating as a member of Thor's while we're here. Thanks again, Fee. I'm grateful to you and Toa for helping me out, even though you're here in the Republic for work. Well, come on, you know you don't have to thank me. I'm a B-rank bracer and a member of Thor's, just doing my job. Still appreciate it, though. Something tells me that's not all there is to it. Heard you found yourself a little sister over here. It was that girl I met at Marduk HQ, right? Farida? Mm-hmm. But the only connection we have is our shared big sister. We got up closer after the events of last year. She's going so fast, I guess I don't want to lose to her. That's not quite it. I just want to be someone she can look up to. I've only gotten as far as I have because I had help. It's thanks to the boss, Ida's, Leo, and of course, you, Sarah, and everyone in Class 7. I want to be someone who can be there for others. That's what I've been thinking since coming here, anyway. I have to say, Fee, you're pretty darn cool. You've grown so much during the Civil War. And the Great War that now you're one of the Guild's aces. When you were one of the Thors, you were someone I had to lay out for, but now look at you. That was ages ago, right? I'm a completely different person now. You certainly are. We even got drinks together after my coming-of-age ceremony. Well, sometimes it's hard not to look back when we've known each other for so long. You even asked me to pat your head and everything. Ugh. You know what? I think you deserve some revenge.
What?
You're the cool one, Reen. Even while training as a Divine Blade, you've helped guide so many kids as a Thor's instructor. I know for a fact, you'll get something worthwhile out of this afternoon's combat exercise. You've got my full support, so let's work together and get it done.
Fee.
Do you see me in a different light now?
Having someone pat my head is a little awkward at my age.
Well, consider it long overdue payback. Now you know how embarrassing it feels.
I sure do, still. It's reassuring that you've got my back.
Well, good. Let's do everything we can to pull this off, Reen. Your assignment from your master included.
Yeah, I'm counting on you.
The time of the 8 leaves must come together, Reen. You must give me grandchildren. I'm done, jokes aside. Alright, go ahead and finish hitting up all the places. You look like you're an important banker! Well, the bank could be the... Okay, well, thanks.
So this is Vern HQ. I expected it'd be bigger, seeing as it's the largest company in Calvert.
That's probably because, unlike Rhineford, Vern is made up of many different companies.
Why don't we take a look around? I'm sure Elisa would be curious to have that place.
Ah, Tutu.
How am I ever going to be able to repay you, Professor Hamilton?
You won't.
I simply must thank you for what you did to resolve all of the problems I created last year.
Please, Mr. Townsend. It was just an unfortunate setback. You did more than enough to assist with the aftermath. So as far as I'm concerned, you don't owe me a thing. If anything, I feel awful that I was unable to prevent your dismissal during the board meeting.
Oh, no, really. That was due to my own failings. You had to leave to the Far East, after all.
First of all, so who do I think he is? Yeah, they say being let go last year broke him up so much they had to take a vacation about it. Fee, not so loud. Yes, I remember that from the database. So that's the boomerang CEO, huh?
Oh, hello, everyone. Enjoying a thorough tour of Basel, are we?
Yes! That's why I've been refreshing your experience so far.
You all must be... I'm the Vern Group's returning CEO, Bill Townsend. You must be the party from Erebonia, Thor's military academy, wasn't it? It's a pleasure.
Likewise to yourself. Oh. I see, so you know Chairman Irina and her daughter Elisa. Well, yes, I had the fortune of making their income upon my return to the Tech Union back in May. We discussed the possibility of taking the T-Phone worldwide, among other projects. Oh, good lord, my back just popped in the worst kind of way. So, how should I say this? The chairwoman took over the entire conversation. Yeah, that sounds like her. No surprise Elisa's mom is as intense as ever. I had the pleasure of meeting Irina before myself. Her husband was Professor Schmidt's best disciple, as I recall. I'd love to meet her daughter, too, if I ever had the chance. Young Miss Elisa was quite composed for someone her age. She managed an advantageous compromise regarding those old bike patents. I suppose it's no surprise for an affiliate of Thor's. You're giving us too much credit. It sounds like Elisa is busier than ever now. Is it true that Renford Tech is being used in the space program? That's the rumor anyway. I admit the space program is outside my jurisdiction. The Renford Group used to be rival liberal CCF. But I believe that after negotiations with Murdoch fell through, the program's been relying on technology from the Epstein Foundation. Perhaps this afternoon we'll get a chance to culmination of all the various shared technologies. Now we're getting to the point. Put it on that Cronkite guy being the genius behind it. I gamble well made, I said it earlier, but he really is on a different level from even us three disciples. He was never the type to rely much on others, just researching the Dark Assistant. Recently, he shelved his pride and committed himself to exhausting every avenue for the space program. That's why I extended the invitation to Reed and the rest of you. It's really not the best way to bring Ming and Crow to gather more data. For what? Thank you for the heads up. We'll be more attentive during the exercise. Well, what can I say? The professional interests have been rubbing off on me. Besides, without external influences, business in countries would go stagnant. Which is to say, I have high hopes for all of you. Mr. Towson. Fortunately, I won't be able to watch the spectacle, but I'll be leaving Basel after this. Well, that's right, we have 3 days, brother. Thinking of paying an old acquaintance amount a visit. Regarding Alfred's notes, Toa, I prepared them for the other. Oh, that's very nice. As a matter of fact, he visited Basel's observatory 15 years ago. You don't say. Sounds like a fascinating story there. Instructor mode activated. Cool. I don't care about you, Mr. Towson. Alright, so now we can get the Forest PG, and then I'll finish this side quest.
Let's see.
So you're talking about we should... Let's see...
Running a search.
Yeah, alright, let's finish up this other quest.
Got a second?
The group. Okay. That didn't sound like a little postily at all. What sort of tasks perform here? Well, she primarily assists here in the ticket counter. Let me just show Porcel. I'd like a ticket for Crimson Fish. What times are available? Okay, let's see. The next showing seems to be full. We do have a slot open for the one after that, row JC14, about in the middle of the theater. Why not buy a juice or soda to sip on while you wait? It's all press quick and simple as it gets. As a matter of fact, she takes part in the actual screenings themselves too. We'd experiment with things like having her analyze scenes and adjust volume accordingly. That's pretty involved. It certainly has the potential to elevate the experience. I'm just available over the seats one right now if you'd like to see for yourselves. You dragon. This is your fault anyway. Up your... Good lord! That's a lot of bad language. Yeah, the movie was really something. A tempest of gore and profanity. The film is broad indeed. It's among the sexy, scintillating spectacles of the gaudy infamy. Nah, this is a different director. Pretty unique one in their own right. Might be cheesy a little bit, but that's what gives it so much character. Sharkferno. Korean impression upon hearing about our test. Apparently, it was just the opportunity they had been waiting for. Do you figure it'll place human beings in the workforce down the road? I recall Professor Einstein warning about something along those lines in his lifetime. The idea of technologically singularity which came from to Alzheimer's a while ago.
Let's make tracks.
Oh, hello, how did it go? Did you learn anything about what's causing this? Well, we can always speak about her being color AI, but after giving it such a quick check, you're pretty good at what was influenced by. The theater. Honestly? But that's every location. In the research of guessing over Apostle and the Air influenced the stream of dirty lines at the movies, gets got rough and tumble lingo. As far as possible influences go, we're spoiled for choice. Didn't really singly out just one. When it comes down to it, she's been shaped by all three of them at once, bit by bit. But that means, yes, in terms of fostering her development, recall these legitimate test results. That being said, I've been thinking about for 4 years now, and so far not a single student of mine is going out the way I imagined they would. Every one of them learns in their own way, finds their own path, and steps out into the world. It is still a product at the end of the day, so I wouldn't call it a one-to-one comparison, but okay. You may have a point.
Porcel here! You nobody sure looked out!
Porcel. Aw, as one of her foster parents, so to speak. It's a public service, but I wish you could still find a market. Hey, you're welcome. Glad to be of service.
A job well done, everyone. Mira for our efforts.
Yay! All right. I'll go ahead and take care of the monster next time on Trails because I want to get some combat in. So this is all good here. What a magnificent scenery. Yeah, that's clean and crisp too. Don't tell me you're thinking about going fishing. Why not? Alright, I shall see you guys in the next episode of Trails! I'm probably gonna go back to the, so see if I can buy some fishing stuff, because I don't have any fishing stuff. Alright, see you guys next time, bye!